Hi everybody, it's Cthulhuigi, back at the Baba Is You with my old tricks. Today we're gonna do the Pillar World, I think. Hell yeah. Temple Ruins. I think this is a little bit shorter than the previous worlds. Oh yeah, this introduces weak, which it gets used pretty often. It's not one of the most rigorous adjectives. Properties, I don't really know. Yeah, I think adjectives is right. Well, no adjective. I'm spoiling all of the cool secrets in this game. Um, is there any reason that... Oh. Wait, that actually still works out. I think maybe I did that the first time. I have surprisingly little memories of my first playthrough. I was gonna say, oh no, now I can't get that is out, but I'm just a little bit tired tonight and not using any spatial reasoning at all. Spatial, that's how you call it. But yeah, weak. I guess I did all that. I did that good little monologue about weak being not fully realized without saying what it does. Weak just means if another object tries to occupy the same space as it gets destroyed. Baba was moving, not me, and I'm incapable of imagining Baba not being me on account of, well, I shouldn't have to explain that. What can I do in the time I have? You can save Baba. Okay, so... Is this the introduction of Haz? Was Haz in, I think Haz was in the previous one. I don't remember. Either way, Baba has rock and Baba has move. Grass isn't stop. So okay, well this works fine. I want to have this like really incredible commentary about how I solved these pretty easy puzzles the first time I solved them, but maybe I did it that way, maybe I didn't. That's a good solution. If not, I like it that things can have themselves and they effectively become invisible. Because has just means when they destroy, they create the other thing. Get destroyed and they create. I'm having a good night tonight, apparently. Oh, that's actually interesting. I was trying to think if love was ever you by default. This might be one of the few levels where it is. So... Is this just like... box should be me? So love can also be me? Can I do that? Yeah, I don't see why not. I should put my mic really close to the mechanical keyboard so the ASMR effect gets really overemphasized. Oh wait, crud. This good plan was a little bit under under considered. I was like, oh, one of my guys needs to get destroyed, and I didn't really stop and think that the box has to be it, because just because I can destroy love with water by default doesn't mean it will create flag if I'm simultaneously controlling box. Well, that's just Baba. Oops, I guess I probably did want to do that anyway though, just to... yeah. This is probably a puzzle meant to teach you that you can control two mans at once, and neither of them have to die. I did do that wrong the first time because I couldn't get box back up from the bottom, but this is the correct solution. Well, correct solution is a little... not how solution work. It is a functional solution. I feel like a lot of this game is intentionally pretty open-ended. I was gonna say, oh, it's weird the water doesn't kill you, because normally if you get destroyed and win at the same time, the destroyed takes precedence. But in that case, I was no longer melt, or yeah, melt, melt. That's the right one for hot. I get melt, hot, and sink mixed up, which is strange. Hot is just sort of a weird property because it's hot and shut slash open are like the only, or hot and melt and shut and open are. I'm trying to think, is there a mechanical difference between them? Oh, no, no, hot doesn't get destroyed when it destroys the other thing, whereas open and shut are just mutually annihilatory. What am I doing here? I'm in a puzzle, I guess. This reminds me of a puzzle. So I don't want box to have love. And water is sink. Can I get rid of this is? I don't, or I know I do need box to be push. Oh, but box could be push with any number of is's. Including this free one that I would die if I... Oh, Texas this game is cursed. Yeah, so that's not it. So I do need either... Well, it doesn't matter exactly what I need. I need that has to create 5 objects to get past this river. It doesn't seem... No, I'm like too squeamish in this. The late game messes you up so much for trying obvious seeming solutions that... Yeah. Wait, no. I'm like gonna feel real stupid when I figure this out. Oh, yeah, okay, I remembered how you do it. I thought there were 2 versions and the solution I remembered was for the extra, but nope. I really gotta cool it on the galaxy brain. I swear I'm gonna go to the hard levels soon and then you'll understand why my brain is so galaxied. So... I wanna make Keke be box at the same time box becomes me. Is that possible? I don't think it is. Did I mess this up? I can't have multiple things be me. Oh, I can have a box just make a new Keke. I don't know if that's exactly... Okay, that's like... I assume you heard that. I think it's recording all of my computer audio, not just the Steam window. If it is selective, that would be cool. I do not think this was the solution I did maybe it was, maybe it was. I do remember that as soon as I saw that happen. Now, does that have an extra one? But where's the key? Let me just swoosh right in. Oh, I remember spending a good amount of time on this. There's a lot of funny stuff you can do with this one if you really put your mind to it. So Box and Baba is you. Thankfully, from here we can make Baba be Box. I think this is already like more elegant than the... Oh wait, Baba is Baba? That's screwed up. Oh, but if Baba is weak and Baba has Box... Well, now we're cooking with grease. The funniest thing is probably that like these very obvious ground texture tiles are what they used for this one, which is the first one you have to like destroy yourself for funny profit. I spent a lot of time on this level needlessly moving around the Baba is you cryptograph to try to like, I don't even know what I thought I was doing, but you want Box to have Baba and Key and be weak. Is that true? Okay, if Box has Box and Key, I don't want to put Key down there if I'm not completely sure. Yeah. Yeah, if I... That's not how that works, is it? That's what I'm... Okay, I remember why I spent so long on this for reals. Heaven is for reals. There's a good reference. I could probably just do this and not whatever the heck I was trying to do. I'm never going to need to use Key again after that, so that's fine. And even though I already have the and, thankfully I have 2 boxes, so... It's always good to have some extra keys to make sure you have enough keys. Okay, that should be enough. Now instead it should have... Okay, at this point I actually do need to move this up to not have things mess up, I believe. Which is all hunky-dory when you have duplicates of the player noun and the word is. There's this, yeah, I think there's like this big open space up here, like before I was even thinking about what I was supposed to do to solve the puzzle. I was just obsessed with like moving everything to the perfect spot up here and then like leaving. I was bad at this game until I did the cursed levels. That's just all there is to it. Box is has. I wish there were secret words that made like nonsensical sentences like that make sense. There isn't really anything that ever interacts with is and has and all that junk, which probably is for the best, but I hope the level editor lets you like do crazy stuff when that eventually launches. So I think I want to move this up just a bit because the X is U as long as I have 2 spaces above it. Yeah, I'm like really not doing this optimally. I could just be saying, I could just be saying, losing my train of thought. Okay, I remember, yeah, I'm like so obsessed, like, oh god, I gotta get back to being Baba. What's this gonna be like if I'm not Baba in this world? I guess this will be the first time I show off how good it is that this game has unlimited undos. Yeah, so, oops. Let's get rid of that, I guess. So, yeah, and I have enough Miis that I can open the door and win. I think that's what I got stuck on for like much longer than that the first time around. This is gonna be my shortest episode at this rate, actually, despite the fact I'm not exactly speeding through these. Box is weak. Box. So I think this is actually just a little cute duplicate thing. So you can destroy it even if... Yeah, okay, I'm never gonna be in a point where I'm like, oh no, I need to have the box pushable to destroy it with weak, because weak is so good, you can just walk at it. Lots of keys. Lots of keys. Oops, this... I think in the original release this could crash the game, but... right now it's only linearly adding them. There are some verbs that really cause problems where they're exponentially growing instead of just making a new one each frame. Okay, I was wondering when that other gate shows up. It's sort of anticlimactic, the volcano. There's like nothing quite as special there as behind the other two gates, but I digress. I don't remember what the joke with this one is, but I don't remember having much difficulty with it. I do remember that joke. Alright, ghost. Oops. Now I'm the ghost. Why are those two skulls always facing that way? I know there's like, I mean obviously there's something you do to move the skulls because there's nothing that could destroy them. Or wait, okay, not necessarily destroy them, but... see, obviously you can't push something directly into that. Okay, I remembered it. You... after all those robot and cog puzzles in the last world, this one shouldn't be tricky to me at all. It's just a little bit of funny synchronicity. Alright, that'll do. That's actually probably better than fine. Let's get you going vertically. Oh yeah, I don't think I mentioned this, but move has them move in the direction they're facing, which seems like it should be obvious. Somehow wasn't entirely for a while. I'm trying to remember what I thought it actually was if it wasn't that. I think I like thought that it was based on the frame that they were, or the square that they were on, and if like they were in an even square on the grid they'd go vertically, and I don't know. I think I was in a weird level where they were bouncing between multiple things and I made a mistake about what happened. So I think... oh, I was gonna say, I think push or move would both work here, except obviously it has to be pushed because if the skulls are yeah, if you try to make it that the... I didn't do that right. Stupid ghosts. Yeah, if you tried to make it so that the skulls were moving on their own, I mean, that would work fine in theory. I think you actually do that later. But the problem is that you need the ghosts to move to push anything over to that text. Oh my god. There's like one late game puzzle where you have to like really precisely sync up a bunch of these. How am I, like, that is not that likely. Just a lucky gamer. Okay, so I want them... I don't want that. Funny talking pumpkin. No, I don't want that. Now there's a reference for the ages. This is gonna be the first episode of this I don't upload immediately, after recording, just because I like the every other day schedule. Not because I'm horribly embarrassed by this. Yeah, okay, so never mind, you don't have to make them move ever. You do have to make them flag. You actually don't. You can just make anything be win. But only if you can navigate the basic controls of the game better than I'm doing right now. Yeah, I guess that's sort of what I meant when I said, like, there's no real intended solution for anything in this game, because anything could be win if you really believe. This, I think, was one of the last levels that stumped me in this world. So, yeah, you can't... Keke is not notable right now. You can make both of them you, which is presumably a thing that you want, although... maybe you don't want that right now, because... yeah, I think what you want is Keke has Baba, and Keke is moved so that he moves himself over here. And then you do the reverse, and then you're across, and you have a free Keke. You basically just need to have one of them have the other until you've opened the door and, oh, you just turn whichever you're playing as into the, or whichever is moving into the one you're playing as, because the water only defeats the active player, blah blah blah. Okay. I'm sure this is scintillating, but it is actually usually a good idea to think through stuff before just pushing randomly, because I think that's the only reason this one really gave me trouble the first time. So... oh yeah, the hardest part of this is that you have to be Keke to line them up properly, which makes it especially difficult when you're trying to do something like this where you're lining up in the same area that your basic rules text is in. Now, I don't think it's gonna mess me up doing it this way. He's gonna push Baba's you all the way to the side, but I don't think I would ever... yeah, there's not enough, like, stuff going on for me to even care about having backways access. And yeah, Keke can move over water fine. And then I can make Keke be Baba. That actually is a problem. So once he's over there... okay, I think there was just this one step I was a little too happy-don't-lucky to remember. Yeah. Just push this out of the way. I really am not 100% sure if that's strictly necessary, but it definitely makes it easier. Although... no, that still works out, yeah. You don't want to keep it like that, because obviously you can't get rid of Keke being you in a prudent fashion. But this should do fine, yeah. Now we won't go backwards, not that it would matter in this case, because now there's not stuff in the way. Yeah, all you need is for Keke to be moved, and he'll walk over there. And actually, I'm going to let him go a couple spaces just to clear out the space, and now have that right above it. I think I was like trying this some much more inefficient way where I was like changing to be him and then like, I don't know. I think at this point it should be pretty obvious what I'm doing and how it will work. Or maybe not, because the fact that open and shut count as a destroy action isn't necessarily that obvious. And also, I think I messed it up. I think I needed to be... No, I can't be Keke for that, can I? I guess I could be. Could I? Baba is Keke. No, you couldn't make Baba be Keke. That's bull honky. What you need is a Baba that has Keke to protect himself, and then that Keke can become Baba for utility. Also, this has a fun puzzle that comes up a lot later called you have two mans, but one of them is near things that will kill them, and the other is doing little text jokes, and you have to learn the secret of Baba, a line, and make sure you never do stuff like I kept doing where you're like letting one Baba move when the other can't, and forcing them to be closer together in an irredeemable way. But yeah, really a little one of the more tedious puzzles, I suppose, but nothing too overwhelmingly difficult. Hopefully my talking through gave you the confidence you needed to figure that one out. And yeah, I don't think there's any... That was a good time for that bonus level to show up. Yeah, there's not many bonus levels in this. This one I was stumped on for such a long time, and it's kind of hilarious because I was into the hard levels already. I know I keep saying that. Hopefully it'll be more understandable why that's such a issue. Man, I forgot how the joke worked again. I forgot that you could push is win, and that's what messed me up. I do remember that part for sure. So, rock is push. Oh, I remember for reals now, yeah. You have to remember that you're allowed to do this. Wait. No, am I remembering? Okay. Well, that was like a fun, brief reliving of why that was like that. Maybe that was obvious to you, noble gamer. I figured it out before, and I figured it out again without your help. Oh, this is the one I was talking about. That was like really tedious alignment puzzles. I was probably doing it wrong. So yeah, basically you need Baba to push you across the grass when you're not you. Yeah, the worst part about this one is just that it's tedious, I think. Because you need one here to push, like, you're gonna want to use one of the... Yeah, you won't need to push because you're, like, gonna have it set up perfectly, so you're the one being pushed. I guess you will need push, then, huh? How did I do this? Common theme. So, I definitely need Baba... Oh, wait, never mind, I'm shockingly overthinking it again. You do use the push because you want Keke to be pushed, so it doesn't matter that the push is being used because you're... Ugh. Gamer. So yeah, you want one to push you down, one to push you across, and one right here that'll bounce back and make Keke be you again, the same frame you're on the flag. And now the fun part is I did a little trick where I made it like really close, which is probably correct because it's just harder to calculate. Oh yeah, and these are rude babas, which is a first. That doesn't work, just in case you were wondering. Yeah, you can't get them back from the babas, which is the annoying part. I think I had it set up like this, and there was no particular reason for that I can recall anyway. Just because it's easiest if you can like push the is out of the way. Wait, no, that's not how that works, is it?
I was sitting around in the middle of the night, all bored with nothing to do. I called up a friend, he put some stuff in my hand. I taught him 100 different ways to screw.
Oh, Dave!
I conk-sunked his boots, touched his immigrants. The chips had just started to fall. Now after the night, I was given a fright. A baby tummy shaped like a ball. Damn, John, I'm having a baby and the baby is you. I birthed my best friend, it's true.
Oh, no!
I'm having a baby and the baby is you. Koala babies of the avenue. I'm having a baby and the baby is you. My ovaries are at the wazoo.
Oh, no!
I'm having a baby and the baby is you. You're gonna come out my hoo-hoo.
But how is that possible?
I don't know. Such is the magic of Sky. He entered all of my 7 gates. He touched me, John.
Meow.
Prototype my medium. Now my...
Yeah, actually, the way to do this correctly would be if I screenshotted the, like, formation they were in when I did it right that one time, and, like, not really think too hard about it. Because, I mean, it is like a maths thing. I could just be saying, like, okay, this bunny is gonna move 12 frames. And I don't need to defend myself. If you've watched this far, you're clearly with Darva. I needn't fear. I think those are a little misaligned, though. Okay, but... yeah. How does this look? Okay, I just need the vertical bunny to forward. It's really rude of me to call Baba a bunny. It's not really sure what type of animal Baba is. I've done it! In truth, Baba is me. Now let's just do this the right way. Yeah, that's fine. I can get turned on. And a little bit of this. And then space to force it to go anyway, and... that really wasn't that bad. Don't randomly misalign your babas, I guess is my tip for that. Box does have key, so far we're on a good track record for them being honest about the achievement names. Where are we at on the map? I was really thinking that was going to be like a quick little one. I could do a way out. There's no real reason not to do it right now. I think I actually did that the first playthrough. That got me hyped because it was very hard. It was the first time I saw certain interesting elements. But now we have a whopping 3 levels to go after. And they're all kind of nature themed. There's Flower Garden, which I kept calling Spring, just on the basis of the Forest of Fall, which is what I'll be doing next. We got the Deep Forest, and I forgot that the Space World, or Rocket Trip, was unlocked right away there. Yeah, the canyon is one of my favorite levels. All these levels are good. The outermost ones are really enjoyable, with more abstract themes. Plenty of simpler stuff to do till then. I don't think I have anything more to add. Thanks for watching. Sorry that this was a little bit longer. Leave a little comment telling me if I do a little joke where I do some block push iterations for half the total length of the video. Should I speed it up or not? My gut says actually that yes, I should speed it up, so tell me if you don't want me to have sped that up. I won't fix it. Like, it was bad. It was bad. I was mostly talking about how I could have counted that properly and how the video was actually not going to be the shortest in the series. But, I don't know. It's your LP. I mean, it isn't. It's my LP. But you gotta help us.